Let's just talk about the Vikings. I mean, we're
Let's
already
do it.
talking about it. So, I mean, I think the biggest question on my mind is Kirk Cousins going to be the quarterback for the Vikings much longer? Like we've already had a couple of mediocre seasons. I think it was interesting when people saw them pick Kellen Mond. Um,
Hmm.
he's not a bad quarterback. He's not. And they paid him a lot. They paid Kirk a lot of money, and I feel like he hasn't really lived up to that money. And I know he feels pressure. But
To
also
me,
he's had Dalvin Cook help him, and he's had some good receivers. He had Adam Thielen. You had Diggs. You had Justin Jefferson. Now
listen,
I
bro.
just
How old is it? He's like what, 30, 31, something like that.
he's 33 or four.
Oh God, when you're a 33-year-old quarterback, when he was 31 or whatever,
Yeah,
is celebrating his first ever
Monday
prime
Night
time
Football.
victory.
Yeah,
Are you fucking kidding me?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on, bro. That's embarrassing.
I think Lamar did that year one, year
That's what
two.
I'm saying. Most of Patrick Mahomes won his first one. I'm pretty sure. Like,
Yeah.
31 years old, you finally won a Monday Night Football. Good for you, man. Congratulations.
So yeah, I mean that just kind of backs up my point. Like I think it's time to move on. I mean, I know Vikings fans are like, bro, that's been our quarterback. I get it, but it's time to move on. Like I thought Joe Flacco was my guy, but Lamar came along and
Yeah.
blew my socks off, and I'm just like, all right, well, it's time to move on. But yeah, I mean,
They'll still run Kirk Cousins for all of this season though,
sure, yeah, I mean,
because
I
Kellen
think it's
Mond's a
gonna
third
be
round pick. It's gonna take a minute,
yeah,
but when is his contract done?
good question.
That's when his contract is done. That'll for sure will be it.
I can look it up real quick. But I mean, I know it's just a question of are the, can they get out of this mediocreness that they have been so used to? Like I feel like I said, I think they've been 9-7 for like 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes they'll win 10. They'll go 10-6. Good job.
yeah, so it's like, okay, can you actually compete with the Packers? Like, what else do you need? I mean, you got Dalvin Cook. He's
Nah.
easily maybe top 3 or 5 running backs in the entire NFL. Your line's not terrible. I know you got rid of one of your guys, Riley Reef, but I mean, that's not going to make or break you, I don't think. Yeah, you got rid of Kyle Rudolph, but Herb Smith is nice. And you've
Yeah.
always had good receivers, always. And defense hasn't been an issue. I mean, now you got Patrick Peterson. I mean, what's it going to take for you guys to be competitive? That's all.
Yeah. I mean, as currently constructed with Kirk Cousins, there's just no chance of winning a super. There's just no way. There's no
Mm.
possible way unless you have like a top 5 defense for Kirk Cousins to be your quarterback of a Super Bowl team. It would have to be like a. I mean, your defense has to be insane. Think about shitty quarterbacks that have made it to the Super Bowl. There's not many. But off the top of my head, I can think of Rex Grossman, number 1 defense. Who was your quarterback? Was it Dilfer?
Trent Dilfer, number
Yeah,
one defense.
number 1 defense. Like, other than that, you're seeing the GOAT quarterbacks playing in the Super Bowl every year.
It's either that or you have a really strong running game and all you gotta do is hand the ball off like the Titans or
Right.
something. Not
the
to say that
Titans.
Tannehill's not bad, but I'm not good. I'm just you know what
Another
I'm saying.
example is the 49ers when they had Kaepernick. He was good, but like their
Okay,
defense
yeah.
was number 1. So,
Well, you can make an even bigger statement talking about whoever the quarterback is now. I can't remember his name now. God, who's
Garoppolo.
their
Oh
quarterback
yeah,
right now?
that's right. You're
Garoppolo. Thank
absolutely
you.
right.
Thank you.
Yes, the run, like you just said, the run game and the defense. Yep.
So
Yeah. So unless the Vikings find a way to have a top 5 defense, you could just nope, no chance.
it's just sad because like I don't know. I feel like this team could like I feel like they're there kind of. They're better than the. This is probably
They
the
have
second
good
best team
players.
in the division.
Yeah, probably.
And then you have Dalvin Cook, who honestly he got injured and people were scared that he wasn't going to come back to his self, but he did, and he's been really good. So can the defense?
If the defense was like, if they just had a better quarterback, they'd be so good.
Okay, here's my question then: has the defense improved since last year? Because I know you got rid of Anthony Harris.
Mhm.
And I know Harrison's getting older. Times Patrick Peterson's getting older, so it's like now it's kind of
Yeah.
like a veteran style
They had
defense.
a lot of injuries too, though, last year. Like when Kamara ran 6 touchdowns on them, they were missing like half their
Yeah, that's
defense.
ridiculous. Yeah, and you
So
got Daniel Hunter. You got a bunch of good guys on defense.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
So
is it enough to compete with the Packers? Like, is this really just a one team dominated division?
yeah. Well, like I said, I mean the Vikings offense will win them 8 to 10 games probably. The real like this is another team we're about to have like 75% of the division's coaches are going to be on the hot seat, bro, because Mike Zimmer got to be questionable right now. At a certain point, it's like, okay, how many times are we going to go 9 to 11 wins and only be able to win in the playoffs if it's the Saints
There's no
and
improvement.
get absolutely shit on after we beat the Saints? Like, how many times is that going to be acceptable before it's like, okay, change has got to be made? I'm sure the fans are frustrated with that too. Like, yeah, it's fun in games. Like, haha, lol, I get to laugh at the Saints fans, but like, y'all like went into Philadelphia and got like 50-piece chicken nugget by Nick Foles, and then I can't even remember who they played after they beat us the second time because I was so pissed off. But you got shit on again. So I think it was the 49ers, wasn't it? With Garoppolo?
Sounds about right.
Just it's just not good enough. At a certain point, you got to look at the coaching staff and the quarterback. Like quarterback stat, like yeah, he might have a lot of yards, but what is it doing for you exactly?
So you got me to think about something with the Vikings. So what was, if we're trying to think back of like when the last time the Vikings were extremely successful?
Yes, Brett Favre.
Well, I'm even more recent than that. Who was their quarterback? He was kind of like, he was a backup. He wasn't. I remember him leading the skull chant, and he was like,
That
"Skull,
was
skull."
yeah, that's the Saints one. That was Case Keenum.
Case Keenum, thank you. So
Yeah,
if someone like that can lead the Vikings into a divisional round,
they had
like
good def. It was the
what kind of
defense.
exactly?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
So it's like,
if
what happened? Where'd the defense go? It's only been 2 years.
right, I don't know. I mean, this team. It seems like you can't. You have a notorious history for not relying on your quarterbacks. Probably since like Brett Favre or Dante
Yeah,
and
Brett
Randy
Favre.
Moss, stuff like that.
Yeah, when they relied on Brett Favre, that would bite him in because it was Brett Favre. You know what I'm saying? He's going to throw some stupid interceptions.
Yeah. So it's always
So
been relying on your running game, Adrian Peterson,
yeah,
Dalvin Cook. So it seems like we know what you guys are capable of doing on offense. It's time to bolster that defense.
yeah. I do feel bad
And
for Vikings fans though, because like
I
in
know.
2009, like I'm glad the Saints won the Super Bowl, but the Vikings should have been there, bro. Like that interception at the end of the fourth quarter by Brett Favre is just so inexcusable. You can say whatever you want about the bounty gate and all
Yeah.
the bullshit, but at the end of the day, Brett Favre had you in field goal range and tried to get a little bit closer and forced a terrible pass and lost the game. I mean, I just feel so bad. Like whenever I
Yeah.
watch that highlight, I'm like, first of all, Tracy Porter is the GOAT. Second of all, Brett Favre, bro. Like y'all fought through all the hard hits and all that stuff for nothing.
I love Brett Favre, but he was just so reckless. Like
That
he was
was
all
just
like, "Bucket, throw it up."
I remember watching that game being like, because we gave you guys the ball, it's slowly marching down the field. And I was like, we just fucking lost. Our defense just sold as usual. The whole bend but don't break doesn't work when you only need a field goal. You have to actually play
Yeah.
defense. And then
I can only imagine
Brett
playing.
Favre gifted us the Super Bowl appearance, man. Thank you, Brett.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro.
Can you imagine playing with Brett Favre? Like on offense, you probably love him, but on defense, you hate him. You're just
You're
like,
probably
"You
right.
better not throw a pick, bro. I don't want to be out there." But the
Like, what were
receivers are
you
like,
looking
"Yes, bro.
at?
Yeah, yeah."
Man was
Fun.
trying to get him from a 55-yard field goal to a 49-yard field goal and threw a pick. That's pain. That is
Damn.
pain, bro.
Gotta love
But
Brett.
hey, it was good for me.